welcome back to another edition of Neon Trash. I'm your host, Tommy the Hammer. Keeping up with the Black History Month theme, we're going to be touching on one of my personal favorite directors, Spike Lee. It is his movie, Red Hook Summer. I've never actually watched this movie before, but it has definitely been on my list for quite some time now. This looks to be kind of a personal, dramatic, and indie affair. And you guys know this routine. Check out the trailer, peep that shit, and when we get back, y'all motherfuckers are gonna know my opinion on Red Hook Summer.
This is your grandson. This is your grandfather.
There's some shady people up here. This is not Atlanta. You understand?
Yes.
Good.
We live in a world of should not be. It should not be that radio and television and movies define who our boys are.
Working today over at the Little Heaven.
It's my summer vacation.
Your summer vacation has work in it.
Ooh, Bishop Enoch's gonna burn your little butt.
Where you from? You talk white.
Hey, Chaz, I gotta show you something.
What?
This. Boy, you got some deep roots.
You a strange boy, hiding your face behind that box.
I got a crazy family. You and me both.
No, that's blood territory over there.
You know better let him out here without instructions. I'll blast you straight to big heaven, understand?
And you're right. I do not like you. I love you.
Oh, hey, Jim. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. I wanna be ready. Yeah. I sing again. Yeah, yeah, yeah. I wanna be ready. Walking Jerusalem just like John. Walking Jerusalem just like John. Walking Jerusalem just like John.
Wow, what a powerful movie. After watching Red Hook Summer, I actually kind of had to gather my thoughts about the movie overall and in a way compose myself. I was not expecting the twist of narrative about halfway through this movie. In terms of director Spike Lee, well, you know, I've been kind of a lifelong fan of the man. I've seen a lot of his work. His movies are definitely engaging and very visceral and real, in the same way that Martin Scorsese's films really speak to me as well. I feel like Spike Lee just understands people. He understands that kind of gritty, realistic perspective that most mainstream Hollywood directors can't really touch on when it comes down to big budget studio releases. So I gotta say my personal favorite movie by Spike Lee has to be BlacKkKlansman, but I don't know, after watching Red Hook Summer, this isn't a strong contender for being one of my favorite movies from the director. The overall narrative to the film basically follows this young boy as he's sent to Brooklyn to spend the entire summer with his grandfather, who happens to be this kind of fire and brimstone preacher. Now, initially when this, setup was given to the audience, I thought it was a character study. I thought you were just following this young boy, following this preacher, and, experiencing everything that they were experiencing during the summertime. And it's strange, at first I thought the young boy was being kind of harsh on his grandfather. I thought that he was kind of a spoiled brat, and the grandfather was trying to show him a more organic and realistic perspective of life and living in the inner city of Brooklyn, New York. So like I was saying, about halfway through the film, the audience is given this revelation from one of the main characters, and it's fucking shocking. There's no other way to describe it. I was left, aghast. I was like, what the absolute fuck? I was thoroughly surprised and kind of taken on an emotional ride. I don't like to give a lot of spoilers on my channel, but I will say this. The twist about halfway through the movie definitely blindsided me and choked me up for a number of reasons. I feel like Red Hook Summer touches on a number of subject matter that most people could find relatable. I mean, it talks about inner city politics, it talks about religion, it talks about poverty, it talks about wealth and people that are given privilege, and these are all things that, you know, most people in contemporary society today can reflect upon and relate to. This movie wasn't made all that long ago, and I feel like it's still extremely relevant today, 2021. In terms of the overall cinematic execution, I feel like the movie is absolutely beautiful. It's filmed in this eye-watering kind of technicolor aspect that I definitely appreciated. Visually, it looks like the movies that were made in the 70s and the 1980s, and that's definitely something that I appreciate in terms of, you know, the overall cinematography and camera work. The music in Red Hook Summer is awesome. The entire movie has this kind of urban inner city vibe about it, but it's also got this kind of bluesy and soulful spiritual aspect to the overall soundtrack. So I could definitely appreciate the music in this movie. Now, I realize that this movie harbors a lot of, you know, difficult subject matter for some people to, like, you know, go through. But I don't know, if you're willing to watch a movie that's a slow burn character study that is definitely music focused and takes its time with its overall narrative, then definitely check out Red Hook Summer. I think this movie is perfect. I mean, it's got this indie vibe about it. It feels 100% real. This isn't a studio film. This isn't a movie that's made to sell seats in a movie theater. This is a film that's made by a director that's trying to tell a story, and he's got a message. And whether or not you gravitate towards that message is all subjective to the viewer. So I realize I'm kind of hyping the movie up a lot, and I don't think it's entirely perfect, but I think it's a damn good movie. I really can't cite anything wrong with Red Hook Summer. There's a couple of elements that aren't fleshed out narratively speaking the way that I personally would have wanted, but you know what? This isn't my film. This is Spike Lee's film. This is his story, and he's executing it the exact way that he wants to, and I gotta give the man respect. In terms of Black History Month, if you don't touch on director Spike Lee in terms of notorious black directors, well then you're missing something, because the man is awesome. He's one of the best directors of all time. With all that being said, guys, I think Red Hook Summer is an awesome movie. You should definitely check it out, and out of 10 stars, I could give it a solid 8 out of 10.